Hi, welcome back to Orchid Delirium. I'm Brenda, and today we're going to do something totally different. We are going to prepare for an impending weather event, which is supposed to be a mostly wind event for us. So let's close this window in the grow space. Why it's there, I can't tell you, because all of this is just screened and ventilated. So, oh my gosh, these blooms. Sorry, I'm so distracted. I need to focus today. Like focus, focus, focus. I can't just be staring at these. Oh my gosh, those speckles. Okay. So my goal is to move everything that's light and airy and leafy away from the windows so that they don't get ripped, torn, or knocked over. I believe these guys will be safe from any wind. These as well, as much as possible. I do have this empty rack here. I have underneath these shelves on the floor, and I have, oh, yep, it's time, guys. If you're gonna be prepared, you should have been, because these sirens are going off. But looking at the sky, it doesn't look like there's like anything unusual happening, but I need to focus. Did I say I need to focus? Oh my gosh, but look at this Dicea in bloom. And it's doing something totally weird. It's blooming from the end and from the tip of the inflorescence. So I don't know what's going on there. The buds are ripening in a very weird pattern. So I don't know. I have my fogger going. I have my fans going. And I'm just taking a look around at everybody just to see what's going on. I do have a few that are in the struggle. This one had a lot of snails and I cleaned it, and it's just since then decided like it was almost happier with the snail. This one is just on a big chunk of pine bark. I don't think it's happy there. My Masdevallia, or one of them, has decided to cook. It's too hot, and so the leaves are just breaking down. And I haven't found a good way to stop that. My leptotes, I just found out it's part of the Cattleya Alliance. Yeah. Epidendrum, looking mighty fine. She's starting to generate her pink pigmentation. So that's exciting. Yeah. Ascocentrum, still showing no signs of life. Let's see. Yep, everything else just looks like it's just kind of going along. This is my tray of new ones. They're still down here hanging out with my Miltoniopsis, and she's looking content. I mean, it doesn't look happy, but it's not dead. Her companion has ceased to be a plant, and this is my new fan in here. The Vornado is supposed to be like one of the best fans or whatever, but it's not rated for basically aquatic purposes, and so I don't know how long it's gonna last in here. It's starting to rain, breeze is picking up, but like, yeah. Anyway, so under here is like dirty, so I need to sweep it before I put down some Corey's copper tape, because I do not want snails and slugs finding refuge in my beautiful orchids. I cut it down the width of it just because it's so wide. I don't think that it's necessary, and I can get more for the, whatever. Anyway, it comes off like a piece of tape, like a sticker. It's very thin, very flexible. It has this adhesive on it, and you can just stick it on anything. I have actually lined the bottom edges of pots that are outside, and it seems to work. I've actually lined my entry doorway with it just to keep them out, because I did come into signs of snails. But here's everybody. They're all nice and cozy in here, all on top of each other. And I know normally this would worry a lot of people, but my plants kind of have a close quarters residence anyway with each other. So I don't think that there's anything that anyone has that they haven't been exposed to. And so I'm not too worried about that. But I've watered these remaining plants because they're mostly moss and they're very heavy already. So with the additional liquid that they absorb, they're even heavier. So I did have to bring in my top deck plants into the house, and because I couldn't put these on the floor and there just really wasn't any shelf space for them to preserve their buds and large leaf masses. And some of them with their blooms that are fully open, the pollinia is super sensitive. Even a strong breeze will trigger it. So in order to preserve the blooms, I brought them inside, and so they're going to be hanging out in here with my house plants. And this is a catasetum that's starting to break open and is just chilling up here in my hanging pot rack thing, and it's looking frilly, it's looking cute. I can't wait till it opens. I'm really enjoying this lime green color. Oh my gosh, I'm so distracted. Like, hello, there's an event coming, and I can't just, they're so distracting. I don't know. It's hard to be productive around them. You can see some happy sap droplets and bananas outside, of course, and just some of my house plants, some peperonia, some strawberry and cream pathos, lace fern that's rebounding for me since I started giving it RO water and seaweed. It just has gone bananas, and just some generic prayer plant that moves and does what it wants, and it freaks me out, but because it moves positions all day long. And up here I put my other catasetum that's in bloom, but this one has faded blooms on it, and just look, oh my gosh, I said I wasn't going to be distracted anymore, but look, oh my gosh, I am so fortunate that I'm able to move my plants into safety rather easily and without changing their environment much. So if I can't put them outside or put them back in their home locations tomorrow, things haven't really changed all that much, so they won't suffer too much shock or anything like that, like people who have to move them into bathrooms and shower and like garages and stuff. And I totally forgot about these outside, so I needed to run in and create a space and put them in, and I was very nervous about it because these all have some kind of like fungal issue that I've treated and I've cleared it, and then it just crops back up again. And I just, yeah, this is supposed to be an antelope type dendrobium. It's super sensitive. If water even gets in here in an immature cane, it will rot, and then that's it. There's no blooms from it. You'll just have this cane. And this is a new growth coming on this denfowl, and its older canes have this spotted thing going on with them. It's H&R, so I feel like it's probably a CalMag issue. It doesn't look fungal. It might, I don't know. I'm hoping it's not viral or virused or whatever. But this is another denfowl. I think this is Miss Joaquin. In there was growing its new cane, right? And water got in there, and that's how I received it. It was already starting to rot. And I just tugged at the leaf, and it pulled right out, and that's just how it stayed. This is a mature cane, and that's what a terminal leaf looks like. It's kind of got this sideways little like, hey, we're good. We've reached our maximum height. So this is like a stopping point. It's like a decimal or a period or whatever. If you've watched my epidendrum repotting, then you will definitely recognize these. I mowed all of its everything off, even new growth. So it's just, let's just forget about epidendrum white. I think that I want to replace it, but I'm not sure. This is epidendrum Dream Valley, I believe. It's got this beautiful pink, hot pink leaf. The new growths are growing well. An old cane is kind of just dying off, but it has some miracle grow soil in it, so it's kind of really happy. This is a quarter turret no ID vanda that's just hanging out. This is one of my vandas that I was trying to convert to self-watering, and it's like meh, but I've lost 6 others trying to do this. So anyway, let's go check out the backyard and see what's going on. Oh my gosh, I was hearing this wind and I had to come and see, and my poor banana leaves are going to be shredded, and he's unimpressed with this. But anyway, it starts raining and the wind really picks up, so we rushed back inside, and that's what we're doing. And it just kind of passed, and that was that. And so it was a weather non-event, I guess. But thank you so much for joining us on this journey, and I hope everything's going well for you. And thank you for stopping by.